Most modern men live like ghosts in a machine. They speak the words of others and fear what the mindless crowd fears, seeking empty validation. They are lost in a sea of anonymity, drifting wherever the current of social pressure takes them, never questioning why they do what they actually do. Nietzsche called this the herd mentality. But true power does not lie in controlling others. It lies in whether you can stand firm while alone. Today, we decode the art of the outsider. We look past the noise of the modern world to the ancient wisdom of the iron-willed masters. Are you the master of your soul, or are you merely a slave to your instincts? This is the question that separates the great from the forgotten. Don't just listen with your ears. Feel these words in your bones. If you are ready to shed your weak shell, pay close attention now. Type ready in the comments right now if you are prepared to step out of the shadows and claim your own path toward true power. The journey begins here. We are moving beyond the veil of the ordinary into the realm of discipline, silence, and the strength of the solitary mind. Rule number 1, the art of silence. Treat your words as a rare currency. If you print too much of it, the value drops to zero. The weak man speaks to fill the void of his own insecurity. He fears the silence because, in the quiet, he must face his own hollowness. But the man of character remains silent to observe the battlefield of life. He knows that every word spoken is a potential vulnerability revealed to others. When you speak too fast, you reveal your fear of being forgotten. You are begging for attention, which is the ultimate sign of internal poverty. Silence is not the cowardice of having nothing to say. It is the sheath of a sharpened sword. It is a strategic pause for power. Zeno taught us that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, so that we may hear more and speak much less often. Cicero called silence one of the great arts of conversation. It allows you to gather information while your opponent exhausts his own ammunition and spirit. While others scramble to be heard, the outsider listens. He waits for the precise moment when a single word will carry the weight of a mountain. Every time you hold back a shallow thought, you strengthen your internal reserve. You build a wall of mystery that others cannot easily climb over. Control your tongue to control your destiny. A man who cannot govern his own words can never hope to govern the world around him. If you are committed to making your words have weight, leave a comment saying, "My words have weight," and feel the power of that promise. The world respects the one who does not chase its approval. Silence is the first step toward becoming a person of true substance and gravity. Master the quiet and you master the room. Now, let us move to the second rule of the outsider. The battle against the mirror's deception. Rule number 2. Escape the mirror. Most people don't have a mind. They are merely mirrors reflecting the opinions of the press and social media. You are conditioned to react, to mimic, and to obey. You repeat slogans you didn't invent and adopt values you never tested for yourself. A true outsider refuses to be a copy. He smashes the reflection that society expects him to be and looks for his own raw, unvarnished truth. Descartes famously said, "I think, therefore I am." But if you only think what others think, do you even truly exist as an individual? To exist is to differentiate. Nietzsche wanted you to become the Übermensch, the overman, who creates his own values instead of borrowing them from the herd. The herd offers comfort, but it demands your soul as payment. It requires you to be average, predictable, and ultimately replaceable in every single way. Are you a voice or are you just an echo? An echo has no substance. It only exists as long as someone else is making noise. Outsider finds his voice in the wilderness of his own thoughts. He explores the dark corners of his mind that others are too afraid to visit. Stop looking at the screen for instructions on how to live. Stop asking for permission to be who you are. The mirror is a lie. When you stop seeking yourself in the eyes of others, you finally begin to see the reality of your own potential and your own power. Break the mirror of social expectation. It is a cage made of glass, designed to keep you small and manageable for the benefit of others. Ask yourself tonight, if the whole world went silent, would you still have something to say? Or would you vanish along with the noise? The path of the outsider is lonely, but it is the only path that leads to the truth. Now prepare for the third rule, solitude. Rule number 3, the solitude of the Superman. Solitude is not the loneliness of the rejected. It is the isolation of the victor on top. Pigeons flock together, but eagles fly alone. The higher you climb, the fewer people will be there to keep you company or understand you. In solitude, you face your greatest enemy, yourself. Without the distraction of others, you are forced to confront every weakness, and every lie you tell. Stoicism teaches us that your happiness must never depend on the presence or approval of another person. You must be your own solid foundation. If you need someone else to feel important, you have already lost the war. You have handed the keys to your kingdom to a stranger. Solitude is the forge where iron discipline is hammered into a soul. It is where you learn that you are enough, exactly as you are. It is a crucible that burns away the dross of social conditioning, leaving behind only the pure metal of your own sovereign and independent will. The world fears the man who is comfortable being alone. Such a man cannot be bribed with popularity or threatened with social exile and isolation. Affirm your independence right now. Type "I am complete" in the comments to signal that your value is self-contained and absolute, beyond any external judgment. Let the storm of the world rage around you. An outsider is a mountain that does not move because the wind decides to blow elsewhere. Time spent alone is not time wasted. It is time invested in the only person who will be with you from birth until the very end. Become your own best friend and your most demanding master. In the silence of solitude, the voice of your true purpose finally becomes loud enough. Now that you have embraced the silence and the solitude, it is time for the hardest rule of all, the rule of iron discipline. Rule number 4. Iron discipline. This is the mastery of instinct. Ultimate power is not ruling a nation, but ruling the impulses within your body. When your body screams for warmth, you choose the cold. When it begs for more sleep, you rise with the sun to meet the day. Discipline is the ability to give yourself an order, and then follow it without hesitation or complaint. It is the end of all excuses. Every act of self-denial is a strike of the hammer on the anvil of your character. You are shaping yourself into a weapon of will. Most men are slaves to their comfort. They are governed by their hunger, their lust, and their laziness. They are predictable and easily manipulated by society. Aristotle said, "I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies." The hardest victory is the victory over oneself. The outsider does not seek the easy path. He seeks the path of most resistance, because that is where the growth and the power are hidden. Consistency is the hallmark of the elite. Do it when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. That is discipline. True freedom is not doing whatever you want. It is having the power to do what you know is right, regardless of how you feel. You are either the master of your habits, or your habits are the master of you. There is no middle ground in the realm of discipline. If you are ready to take the throne of your own life, comment command. Commit to being the sovereign ruler of your own mind and body. Silence the internal chatter. Kill the boy inside who wants to quit. Birth the man who knows how to endure and how to thrive. This is the narrow gate. Few find it, and even fewer have the stomach to walk through it every single day without failing themselves. You are becoming unbreakable. The outsider's strength comes from the fact that he cannot be tempted by the lures that trap ordinary men in mediocrity. Discipline is your armor. Silence is your shield. Solitude is your fortress. Now let's bring this trial's lesson to the light of the sun. The world does not need more followers. It is starving for those who dare to stand outside, for those who dare to be truly themselves. You are walking the path of the greats. Socrates, Marcus Aurelius, Nietzsche. They were all outsiders who refused to bow to the consensus of their time. The light of dawn is reserved for those who survived the darkness of the night. Your transformation is not a dream. It is a decision. From this moment on, speak less, think more. Act with a level of ferocity that scares the average man and inspires the warrior within you. Power is in your hands the very second you decide to stop being part of the herd. It is a weight, but it is a glorious one. Do not let this video be just another moment of fleeting entertainment. Let it be the compass that guides your actions for the rest of your life. You are not alone in your journey. You are simply operating at a different level. You have traded the noise of the crowd for the music of the spheres. Welcome to the world of the masters. This is where life truly begins, far away from the desperate need for approval and the fear of judgment. If this lesson touched your soul, subscribe and share it with a brother who needs to wake up from his slumber. Spread the fire of discipline. We are building a community of the iron-willed, a brotherhood of those who choose the hard path of excellence over the easy road of decay. Remember, you are the architect of your own character. Every choice is a brick in the temple of your legacy. Build it with pride and precision. Stay silent. Stay disciplined. Stay an outsider. The world belongs to those who can master themselves before they try to master anything else. Thank you for watching. Go out now and live according to your own law. We will see you at the summit of your own greatness.